I would like to present the next speaker. It's Lena Mamikonyan. She's researcher at Biomass Solutions in Armenia and a master's student in Agribusiness University. Lena, the floor.
With the mission of Researchers for Biomedical Solutions NGO, which is to improve and diversify the sustainable heating situation in Armenia, particularly in non-gasified communities. Armenia is a small landlocked country in South Caucasus region. The neighboring countries are Georgia, Iran, Turkey and Azerbaijan. By looking at this map, you can more clearly see the geographic location of Armenia and the existing energy corridors, pipeline distribution in the Caucasus region. The energy resources in Armenia are distributed among nuclear, hydroelectric and thermal power stations, and the main heating sources in Armenia are electricity, firewood and natural gas. Small hydropower plants can heavily cause and can seriously damage the ecosystems in the rivers. And Metanonuclear power plant is one of the 5 first-generation water-moderated Soviet power plants built in the 1980s, and they do not have any primary containment structure. Armenia is currently under the international pressure to decommission the plant, which is considered to be unsafe. However, the government is reluctant to close the plant until alternative generating capacity is online, and it is scheduled to operate until at least 2016. By looking at this graph shows the natural gas price development in Armenia started from 2007 to 2013. And you can see the dramatic increase there. It is measured in euros per 1,000 cubic meters, and in 2013 it is anticipated to increase by 15%. And this kind of development will considerably impact on the average Armenian households' economies. And according to Armenia Tree Project organization, since 1993, over more than 100,000 hectares of Armenian forests have been lost due to unregulated cutting, and only 8% or approximately 240,000 hectares of Armenian land is covered by forests. And if the current rate of deforestation continues, Armenia will have no forest left by the year 2030. And estimated 70% of wood cut in Armenia is used for heating and cooking purposes, and reducing the demand for the wood fuel is very central for Armenia to protect Armenian forests, but replacing wood with natural gas and or other energy sources is very difficult because it will require more upfront investment, which many families cannot afford. Armenia also has renewable energy resources. For example, the country possesses a significant solar energy potential. The government is considering the possibilities to provide state subsidies for solar panels. Also, wind energy potential will be a significant resource in terms of overall generation mix, but greater challenges lies ahead. The current utility of biogas is very limited. The national program on energy saving and renewable energy of the Republic of Armenia does not include biomass pellets. There are land areas covered by forests. Also, there are land areas for agricultural use. Mainly, the majority are vineyards and orchards, and the residues from vineyards and orchards, also forest residues, can be used as raw materials for biomass pellet production. Our organization's outlook, considering the mentioned parameters, is that the energy crop cultivation has great potential, and we have explored the alternatives of different energy crops, but taking into account several important characteristics of switchgrass and how this may well work in Armenia, we consider that especially switchgrass may be a well-fitted alternative as an energy crop. Switchgrass can be grown on marginal and degraded land, and which are not used for food production, and 80% of the arable or agricultural lands in Armenia are undergoing erosion. Switchgrass has a high pest resistance and is tolerant to droughts and floods, and they have low fertilizer and water requirements. One of the most important potential advantages of biomass pellets is the local availability and reliability of supply. From the economic perspective, the countries which are importing energy, like Armenia, can reduce their dependency on other countries. And rural communities in Armenia can use biomass pellets in different ways. For example, it is a perfect substitute for the firewood, and it can significantly reduce the deforestation. It can create environments that can improve the health of people and livelihoods, and also can help to create new jobs for farmers and populations. A useful way of producing locally vegetables is through greenhouses, but the main difficulty with greenhouses is the heating through the natural gas and electricity, as the heating costs are 27% of the overall variable costs of the four greenhouses, and many greenhouse owners sooner will have big problems, will face many issues concerning to the increase of the gas prices. This is all, and I will invite you to download the full report of research if you are interested from our website, Agribusiness.am, which will be ready by the end of the March. Thank you for your presentation.
Thanks a lot for your presentation with an overview. Any questions to Lena?
I've been listening very actively to your presentation, and I'm quite impressed that there seems to be potential for these agricultural pellets in Armenia. But is it so far just an optimistic, idea, or are there some actual projects running that are implementing this in Armenia at the moment?
There is no production of biomass pellets in Armenia. I am working on the business plan actually. I am working, and there is potential for producing biomass pellets in Armenia.
At which scale?
It's a small scale for several villages for the beginning. Then it will enlarge, like we will start energy cultivation in large scale. We will enlarge it, and we hope that we will succeed. Thank you.
Lena, thanks a lot.